Welcome to an Alternate Hue. I'm Hugh Anderson, and this is what caught my attention recently. We're going to call this the mea culpa interview. Remember this photo from the last video? Well, it's bogus. A very learned friend of mine with a long military background pointed out that this is an artificial island gradually formed by land reclamation since 1997, where they have actively built up the island with dredged sand. The Chinese are doing this to many islands in the South China Sea and militarizing them into unsinkable aircraft carriers. Regrettably, this is the picture the authors of the article used, which is lazy journalism at its best and misleading at its worst. Now, since I'm not a journalist and an alternate hue is not supposed to be an alternate reality, I hunted up the original research and pulled the actual exhibits. Take a look. Same conclusion, just more factual. My apologies for the bad intel. Now, this brings me to my favorite subject, the IRS. They started scrutinizing more tax returns from the wealthiest Americans, and you know who you are. That's always an easy project during any political season. But a funny thing happened on the way to the gold mine. A new report says increased targeting of these taxpayers was hugely ineffective. The policy launched in 2020 by former Secretary Steve Mnuchin required the IRS to audit 8% of taxpayers each year who earned more than $10 million. To hit that quota, the agency started examining returns with fewer irregularities, meaning they didn't find anything fishy, but they audited them anyway. The efficiency drop was steep. The average examination recovered nearly 6 times more in unpaid taxes before the initiative. The Treasury Department stopped following the 8% rule last year, citing poor results. Yet Congress has set aside $24 billion to boost enforcement, and Secretary Janet Yellen directed that new audits target high earners without specific criteria to avoid wasteful searches. The theory seems to be that uber-wealthy tax cheats are hiding around every corner, even if the IRS can't seem to find them. Well, that's it for this week. I'm going to keep it short for you because I do have to now go flog myself for giving you misleading information. Until next time, I'm Hugh Anderson, and this has been an Alternate Hue.